North Dakota, nestled in the Midwest of the United States, is a state celebrated for its sweeping natural landscapes and rich cultural history. Theodore Roosevelt National Park captivates visitors with its untamed prairies and the rugged beauty of the Badlands, offering a glimpse into the wild heart of the American frontier. Fargo, the state's largest city, showcases a vibrant artistic spirit through venues like the Plains Art Museum, where modern art and regional creativity converge. For those interested in Native American heritage, the Knife River, Indian Village's National Historic Site, provides a profound look into the lives of indigenous communities. History buffs are drawn to the Fort Union Trading Post National Historic Site, a hub of 19th century trade and diplomacy. Recreation thrives at Lake Sakakawea, North Dakota's largest lake, which is perfect for boating, fishing, and other water activities. The state's cultural tapestry comes alive through unique festivals like the Norsk Husfest, a lively celebration of Scandinavian traditions. With its stunning landscapes and the warmth of its people, North Dakota offers a charm that leaves a lasting impression. Yet, beyond its breathtaking vistas and tranquil appeal, North Dakota holds a quieter, often overlooked side of its story, one that reveals challenges and complexities beneath the surface. North Dakota, part of the Upper Midwest, takes its name from the Dakota Sioux, a Native American tribe integral to the region's history. Despite its vast land area, North Dakota remains one of the least populated states in the country, with fewer than 780,000 residents. Its capital, Bismarck, serves as the administrative heart of the state, while Fargo, the largest city, is home to nearly 1/5 of the population. The state's terrain, part of the Great Plains, is a mix of grasslands, steppes, savannas, and the dramatic Badlands, creating a unique and varied landscape. The economy of North Dakota is diverse, driven by agriculture, oil production, technology, and food processing. With a gross domestic product of $55.18 billion as of 2018, the state's average household income between 2013 and 2017 stood at $61,285. North Dakota is also the leading honey producer in the United States, a testament to its thriving agricultural industry. Beyond its economic achievements, North Dakota is rich in cultural and geographical quirks. Rugby, one of its small towns, is recognized as the geographic center of North America. The state holds several unique distinctions, such as setting a Guinness World Record for the most snow angels made simultaneously in 2007 and being home to the world's largest buffalo statue in Jamestown. It is also the only state in the U.S. to operate its own state-owned bank, the Bank of North Dakota. As one of the coldest states in the country, North Dakota offers an unforgettable blend of natural splendor, cultural heritage, and fascinating peculiarities that make it stand apart. Whether it's the quiet majesty of its plains or the spirited celebrations of its festivals, North Dakota presents an experience that lingers in the hearts of those who visit. Amid North Dakota's vast and awe-inspiring landscapes lies a hidden crisis often overlooked: homelessness. According to the latest point-in-time count conducted in July 2023, over 6,187 individuals experienced homelessness in the state over the past year. In the Bismarck and Mandan area alone, 1,335 people were found to be living without adequate shelter. This count, a vital initiative by local communities and the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, serves as the backbone for securing federal funding and guiding social services. It is rooted in the belief that everyone deserves a place to call home. However, Cities like Fargo-Moorhead face a significant dilemma. Each night, nearly 950 people sleep without shelter, while city officials grapple with controversial camping policies. New regulations that restrict camping locations highlight a delicate tension between maintaining public safety and cleanliness and respecting the rights of the homeless. For many, these policies are seen as deepening the hardships of those who have already lost everything. Despite the goodwill reflected in government funding and initiatives like the annual count, immense challenges remain. North Dakota's extreme seasonal changes, particularly its harsh winters, exacerbate the plight of the homeless. While immediate solutions are desperately needed, overly strict regulations leave those without shelter with even fewer options to survive. Behind these numbers are unseen faces and untold stories, lives marginalized by systemic barriers. This issue transcends statistics. It is a call to action for the people of North Dakota to confront the human cost of homelessness with compassion and urgency. Adding to North Dakota's challenges is a growing concern over migration, which casts an ominous shadow over the state's serene and sprawling plains. The once quiet northern U.S. border has become a focal point for a sharp rise in illegal immigration. North Dakota Attorney General Drew Wrigley has called the situation a looming crisis, warning that the worst may still be ahead. Encounters with migrants have skyrocketed from 548 in 2021 to 4,444 in 2023, signaling a significant shift in border dynamics. The state's northern boundary spans 310 miles and features only a few scattered ports of entry, making it a challenging frontier for security and law enforcement. But the impact extends beyond the sheer numbers of migrants. This surge has brought systemic repercussions, including increased drug trafficking and additional strain on public services. Synthetic opioids like fentanyl, which are sold for as little as 25 cents per pill at the southern border, fetch up to $80 per pill in North Dakota. Cass County Sheriff Jesse Janner has reported a troubling rise in overdoses, addiction cases, and crimes linked to mental health issues, putting immense pressure on public safety infrastructure, mental health services, and detention facilities. Meanwhile, the plight of migrants seeking better opportunities often gets lost in the noise of political discourse. These individuals, who represent the new face of the border crisis, face harsh realities of exploitation, limited resources, and an uncertain future. As North Dakota grapples with these intertwined challenges, the state stands at a crossroads, tasked with balancing security and compassion while addressing the broader systemic issues shaping its landscape.
Gratefulness in their face expression, just know that they're getting little hopes each day when you're handing these food out.
North Dakota, often celebrated as the Peace Garden State, now finds itself grappling with a significant rise in crime that impacts communities across all levels. Fargo, the state's largest city, has become the epicenter of this surge, recording the highest crime rates in North Dakota. Violent crime in Fargo has climbed to an alarming 4,577 incidents per 100,000 residents, far exceeding the state average of 280 incidents per 100,000. Property crime is also a major concern, with 4,147 cases per 100,000 residents reported, making daily life increasingly vulnerable for citizens. State Attorney General Drew Wrigley has expressed grave concern over these trends, even as the state saw a 5% decline in the most severe violent crimes, such as homicides and sexual assaults. Unfortunately, other crime categories continue to rise, reflecting ongoing challenges in curbing criminal activity statewide. Property crimes have grown more sophisticated, with reports of garages being breached in as little as 6 seconds using simple tools like wire hangers and wooden rods. Everyday household features, once seen as secure, are now exploited by opportunistic criminals, leaving homeowners on edge. Compounding the rising crime rates is a deepening mental health crisis, which casts a long shadow over public safety and community well-being. The COVID-19 pandemic has further strained mental health resources, with 29% of adults in North Dakota reporting symptoms of anxiety or depression as of early 2023, closely aligning with the national average of 32.3%. However, access to care remains a significant issue, with only 22.3% of the state's mental health workforce needs being met, compared to the national average of 27.7%. The crisis is particularly acute among teenagers. Approximately 20% of North Dakota adolescents reported experiencing a major depressive episode in the past year, exceeding the national rate. Suicide, often the result of untreated mental health conditions, has become the second leading cause of death among U.S. teens as of 2020. In North Dakota, the suicide rate is notably higher than the national average, with firearms frequently involved, an acute risk in rural areas where access to mental health support is limited. Alongside these challenges, North Dakota is battling a substance abuse crisis that has reached alarming levels. The state's drug overdose death rate has surged from 3.1 per 100,000 in 2012 to 17.2 per 100,000 in 2021. Opioids account for 60% of these cases, with 74 opioid-related deaths reported in the most recent data. The rise of fentanyl, a powerful synthetic opioid, has exacerbated the epidemic. Cheap to produce and extraordinarily potent illegal fentanyl has become a devastating presence, driving addiction and overdoses across the state. This mirrors the national opioid crisis, but North Dakota's rural nature and limited healthcare infrastructure magnify its effects.
It's investigators from the Drug Task Force so they can use their knowledge of the drug world.
While North Dakota is often celebrated for its vast landscapes and serene charm, certain aspects cast shadows on its idyllic image. One such issue is the troubling side of the state's booming charitable gambling industry, valued at $2 billion annually. What was originally intended to support social causes through electronic pull tab machines has, in some cases, been co-opted for profit-driven motives. Some organizations have purchased bars and strategically placed these machines to maximize revenue, straying far from the intended charitable mission. The repercussions include a rise in gambling addiction and declining revenue for tribal casinos, which rely heavily on gaming to support their communities. While a portion of the funds generated does go towards social initiatives, critics argue that the system is being misused, diverting resources from those who need them most. In response, state legislators are advocating for stricter regulations to ensure that charitable gambling remains true to its purpose and benefits society rather than exploiting it. Beyond social challenges, North Dakota's extreme weather conditions add another layer of difficulty to life in the Peace Garden state. The brutal winters, with temperatures often plunging below zero, are notorious for their severity. Fierce winds and heavy snowstorms further complicate daily life, hampering mobility and testing the resilience of even the most seasoned residents. Summer, while offering a respite from the cold, brings its own perils. Severe thunderstorms are common and can escalate into destructive tornadoes, threatening lives and property. Wildlife encounters, such as with roaming bison and the invasion of insects seeking refuge indoors during autumn, add to the inconveniences of rural living. For outsiders unfamiliar with the region's realities, North Dakota can seem almost mythical, so remote and unassuming that it is sometimes the subject of jokes or conspiracy theories questioning its very existence. Activities considered ordinary by locals, such as ice fishing on frozen lakes, can perplex those from other parts of the country, further feeding misconceptions about life in this often overlooked state.